Good afternoon. It is Andrew the Android, and I am going live. How are you doing? Yeah, I don't have a lot to say or talk about, really. In fact, I may not stay long unless people join and try to engage with me. I often feel like there's a puppet master who is pulling the strings of my life, and that's not so. Um, Realistically, the person who chose to sit in solitude was me. Nobody could liberate me and make me successful. It's me who's pouring my life down the drain. I'm like, oh, maybe I was supposed to get rich and famous in 2010, 2015, 2020, so on, but they didn't do it for whatever reason. No, realistically, the reason I'm not successful is my own fault. It's me. Hey, Deborah, how you doing? Well, I'm saying the fact that my life is the way it is right now is mostly my fault. Take accountability and responsibility. No one is forcing me to sit in solitude. Nobody's doing this to me. So Deborah says, I don't know if it's that simple. What do you mean, Deborah? Please elaborate. And obviously, I lack social skills. I don't have financial independence. Yeah, I mean, it's not simply black and white, obviously. I have severe mental health challenges. But obviously, I desire more happiness. I desire more financial freedom. I desire a romantic partner. So, on that note, like Gary Burr says, love is out there, but you have to go get it. Keep fighting, keep striving despite the hurdles in front of you. Dave wants to know, did I go on my outing already? What do you mean, Dave? What outing? Erie's calling me a crybaby. Hey, Erie, don't call me a crybaby. Don't call me a crybaby. No, I'm supposed to go with the NAMI buddy around 6 p.m. However, he hasn't texted me or called me, so I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but it could happen. We haven't even set like a set location yet, so. Here comes the negativity mascot, Erie. Erie says it was a joke. How much does Erie weigh? I'm assuming she's petite. 500 pounds. Then I don't like Erie. If Erie's 500 pounds, then you know what? No, I'm just joking. Erie, I'm no longer interested in you. Only 100 more till she can get on the My 600-Pound Life. Erie's 6'6", 273 pounds. Erie says her finisher is the Widow's Peak. Cool, Erie. Yeah, I don't know if I haven't gotten in touch with my friend. I hope he texts me. I really want to do something today. I tried calling my father. My father didn't pick up. I don't know. You know, I protest that they tell me the truth. Maybe they are telling me the truth. Maybe I'm all by myself, alone, and nobody had nefarious intentions. Especially, you know. All right, I'm not. Like my parents, for example, they are telling me the truth. It's I never promised you a troll garden. You know, it's like I'm like Joanne Greenberg. Everything is face value. Oh, let's see if my friend texted me yet. I don't know what he's up to. No, not yet. I am bored, Erie. I'm very bored. I'm very bored. I want to go out and socialize. I don't know what to do. Did Deborah give you a quick release, Erie, when you were in her stream? Oh no, did Deborah ban you when you were in her stream? No. Well, Deborah allowed Erie to interact with him. Not yet, at least. Oh, her. I apologize. I apologize for that. even though Erie's a hater. Hey Terrell, how you doing? Terrell is good. What's going on? Not much. I'm just waiting for my friend because I want to get dinner with him. Maybe I'll try giving him a call. I need something to do. I'm bored, like Erie said, I'm really bored today. I don't have anything to do. Or I can't be around my parents because I always fight with them. What's for dinner tonight? I'm not really sure. Maybe Indian food if that's what we decide on. Erie usually plans outings a couple of days or weeks in advance. That's cool, Erie. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of Erie. Terrell says Indian food might not be the best idea for a guy on a guy's night out. I got it with another buddy a few weeks ago, and it was good. I don't care, man. I'll get Indian food. I'll hang out with him and get Indian food. Somebody wants to know. Well, somebody wants to know. To be honest with you, I'm not socializing with any women, so I'm single. If there's any women out there who want to date me, I'm single and I'm looking. So, Somebody says if it works, you can get Mexican food. Yeah, I mean Indian food, Mexican food. Somebody wants to know if I got into a fight with women. No, to be honest with you, I haven't gotten into a fight. I guess just nobody's really interested in me at the moment. And that's the story. So as a result, I have to try to find a new woman or a woman. Terrell says the crying video is very inspirational. Terrell says he cried too. Thank you, Terrell. I appreciate you having empathy for my pain and suffering. Emotions make us human. Yes. Emotions are what makes us human. Humans are the only animal that cry. Well, I'm Andrew the Android, and my fans are the androids. So I guess we're androids with no emotion. Erie says the crying video kind of made her laugh, not gonna lie. Erie's an android. Erie is an android. Crying is illogical, does not compute. Erie doesn't have emotions. She's a psychopath. Erie is a psychopath. That sounds like a fair and balanced diagnosis. A well thought out diagnosis. It took me a while to come to that conclusion, but I'm officially diagnosing Erie as a psychopath. But seriously, are you? I don't think she is, though. I think she's just a negative Nelly. She has a lot of empathy. All right, that's good. Yeah, it's good to have empathy. I think psychopaths are it's bad to be a psychopath. So Erie says she's got a lot of empathy, so that's a good thing. She has empathy when it's convenient. Ooh. Ooh. Erie asks, "What do you mean by that, Deborah?" But like the old song goes, even if I don't hang out with my friend tonight, love is out there. But you gotta go get it. So where can I go? What can I do? Anybody live near Long Island, New York? Erie apparently lives 3 houses down, yet she doesn't want to socialize with me, so fair enough. You'll just watch me from your... Where do you live, Erie? Down the block from me? I think it's pretty clear where Erie lives. That's a good point. Erie says she's in the corner house. She's there right now with Dave and Rusty. All right, fair enough. So Erie, you're within walking distance of my house? You want to go get Indian food? We can socialize and get Indian food for dinner. No, New York. Somebody says, don't let Erie wear the pants in the relationship. Tell her, Erie, come here now. We're going to get Indian food. I order you to come to my house. We're going to go get Indian food. Don't let Erie wear the pants in the relationship. We're not even in a relationship, in the friendship. But yeah, I have a tendency to let my girlfriends kind of boss me around and live my life for me. That's just what I do. They behave like my mother and boss me around. That's what somebody said. I remember many years ago. Somebody says that's what women do. They just rant at you. I'm talking about like. Never mind. Is that what I like? Well, I think obviously, I'm used to getting bossed around by my mother. So every girlfriend I've had kind of just bosses me around like that. They just boss me around and talk at me and rant at me. Because that's just what I'm used to. I'm used to getting talked at, ranted at, and my girlfriend's wearing the pants in the relationship. That's just what I'm used to. So you got to wear pants in relationships. You gotta take control. So Erie, come here now. We're gonna go get Indian food. Everybody needs to wear the pants in the relationship. Or you both should wear equal pants, you know? I don't know. You know, you got to have power. You got to live life. And you can't get bossed around by everyone, you know? You got to be equal in the relationships. So, Erie, if we get into a relationship with one another, we have to be equal. Somebody says Taylor Swift wears the pants in her relationships. She bosses around the men she dates. Probably. That's probably true. You got to wear the pants, but you know, some powerful women like to wear the pants in the relationship, and there's no shame in that, you know. I don't know if I'm autistic or not, or like schizoaffective, but I'm like this man child, so I kind of need women who wear pants in my relationships. You know, I need women who kind of, I don't know, but then again, no woman wants to be like a mother figure to you. So I don't know. It's kind of like the plight of the disabled man child schizoaffective, you know. But then again, like look at when Terrell says Taylor Swift could boss him around. She could literally abuse me, tie me, and put me in a dungeon. Terrell, calm down. Somebody says maybe you should learn how to assert yourself in a healthy way. Develop boundaries. Yeah. I mean that's fair. Learn to speak your mind in a healthy way. That's a good point. That's a good point. Hey TB, how you doing? Let's see if my friend messaged me. I'm getting hungry. No, I'm Andrew the Android, and my fans are the cellmates. I am Andrew the Android. No, not the cellmates. I'm Andrew the Android, and my fans are the androids. You're not the cellmates anymore, no. The android mates? No, you're the androids. We're inhuman androids. Dave says Andrew's a little coward, and Cell is a badass. I don't know, they're pretty similar. Or at least on social media, they're similar. In real life, I kind of am a little bit of a coward. TV doesn't know how he feels about the androids. It might have to grow on him. He might have to warm up to it. Yeah, I'm starting to think I'm not getting dinner with my friend. So maybe I'll just ask my dad if he wants to get dinner. I'm starting to think dinner ain't happening. Let me call father. Let me call my father and ask him if he wants to get dinner. So he says, why don't you go to a restaurant alone? I don't want to go to a restaurant sad and alone. Let me call my father. I'm going to call my father and see if he wants to get dinner with me. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna be like Mr. Michael Oppenheimer here. If he picks up, I'm gonna maybe I'll have the call on camera because I don't think anything controversial is gonna get said. So I'll give him a call. Calling Poppy now. It's ringing. Hey, how you doing? Do you want to get Indian food for dinner? Then afterwards, you could watch me take my medication. I could shoot you the address. Oh, I know you texted me you're going to watch me take my medication, so that's. I might as well just take it in front of mom. I might as well just take it in front of mom at that point. Yeah, I know. I was supposed to get Indian food with a friend from Nam, but I don't think that's happening. So, okay. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow or something. All right. I mean, at that point, you want to just get dinner? Oh, okay. I'll just take it. I'll just take it in front of mom. All right. So he was getting nasty, so I hung up on him. Yeah, he was like, "Oh, your mom doesn't want to watch you take the medication. I have to watch you take the." I was just like, whatever. Yeah, he was like yelling for some reason. So. Yeah, he was like yelling. He was yelling. I don't know why he was getting nasty for no reason. I don't know. I can't even be around him, really. I can't even be around him for more than like 10 minutes without getting righteous anger. So maybe it's for the best I don't get dinner with him. Maybe I just go to a restaurant alone. Maybe I should just take it on the fucking live stream. Just take it on the live stream every night. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't really want to take my medication. In fact, as soon as I leave this house, I'm going to stop taking it altogether. I'm being forced to take it by my mother and father. I'm being forced to take my medication. And that's a fact. I know they say, "Oh no, you're not being forced," but it's learned helplessness. You could move out, you could go to the psychiatric hospital, you could be homeless, but I'm being forced to take the medication. It's just a fact. But I mean, while I'm living here, it's just easier to take 10 milligrams of Abilify than fight with my parents. Just pop the fucking 10 milligrams. But as soon as I get independent, I'm stopping all my medication. Somebody says your parents aren't going to be around forever to watch you take the 10 milligrams of Abilify. You got to learn to be independent. They want me on 10, 20 milligrams of Abilify. They want me on the fucking pharmacy. They want me on a mega regimen of medication again. I mean, I'm putting my foot down and I'm only taking 10. I don't want to be on anything, though. You know, have I tried herbal remedies? Not really. Like, what is an herbal remedy? Somebody says my master plan is bad. Obviously, you need the Abilify and take it because you want to take it, not because your parents are saying take it or else. Take the Abilify because you want to take it and it helps you, not because your parents tell you take the medication or you don't live here. Don't take it because I'm getting threatened into taking it. Take it because I want to take it. Because it keeps me healthy. Somebody says, if I got independent and stopped taking my medications, my life would go downhill real quick. It's a rock. It's between a rock and a hard place. Somebody says, would it go more downhill than it already is? It's already pretty bad. Apparently, they say it's bad, but it could always be worse. I could be homeless or in the hospital. It's what my life is like now is better than homeless or the hospital, I'm told. So, on that note, it could be worse, Erie. It could be worse. This is better than homelessness or the hospital. Things could be way worse. Things could always be worse, sadly. Like way, way worse, I mean, you could be in the hospital, prison, homeless, dependent on some. It's just. Somebody says I couldn't survive in the streets. Sorry, buddy. Hey, I mean, things could always be way, way worse. Somebody says, I'm sorry, Andrew. I'm sorry they drug you in the hospital. They drug you here at home. Homelessness sounds like they wouldn't drug you, except you'd wind up in the hospital. Terrell says, I need a sugar mama. Terrell, maybe an older woman, but I'm looking for love. I'm looking for somebody to genuinely love me. Like the Maroon 5 song, She Will Be Loved. I'm looking for somebody to genuinely love me. True love. Even if she's older, obviously you take any girlfriend you can get. But, I'm looking for love, not to be used, But everybody has to make, sacrifices and commitments and accept things about their partners that they don't like. But, you don't want to be used. You want to be loved, I want a bad bitch who loves me. Somebody says, you need to date a 50-year-old African-American woman, Andrew. All right. Somebody said, Terrell says, what if a woman says, if you don't take your Abilify, Andrew, I'm leaving you? Well, I mean, it sounds better coming from a woman that wants to be my wife than my mother. Like, why is my mother threatening me to take the Abilify? It's like if you have a woman that could potentially be your wife, and she's like, take the 10 milligrams of Abilify, Andrew. Be like, okay, maybe I need. I don't know, but nobody wants to be told what to do, Somebody says, my mother is a caregiver, and I want a caregiver and a girlfriend. And no girlfriend wants to be a caregiver. And my mother's job is harder when I'm unmedicated. Basically, I want a girlfriend who's going to be like my caregiver. And, that's just not good for a relationship. You got to be your own caregiver. I want a girlfriend who will take care of me. A mommy girlfriend. Do they exist? Do mommy girlfriends exist? I guess so. But I don't think it's going to be some cute woman in her 20s. It's probably going to be some 50-year-old woman. So he says plenty of girlfriends are consenting caregivers, but you still need to contribute. I mean, obviously, I'm looking for true love. It's just that I'm like a schizoaffective man child who doesn't know how to take care of himself. So I'm looking for love, not to be used. But yeah, I mean, I might need a girlfriend who is like a caregiver to me. Really, it's just unfortunate. Not because I mean, I try to think of myself as like Ozzy Osbourne. Maybe I have like some mental health issues that make me need a caregiver. It's not there's no shame in that. Try not to think of myself as like yeah, I have some weird mental health issues that make me need to get taken care of. But I want a girlfriend and I want to find love, you know? Somebody says Ozzy Osbourne rules. And somebody asks, have you ever eaten a bat? I've never eaten a bat, but I've taken 2 doses of the rabies vaccine because there was a bat in the house. I don't know why my mother was making me take the fucking rabies vaccine. I stopped at, I was supposed to get the 3rd and 4th dose of the rabies vaccine. I'm like, no, enough. I'm not taking the fucking rabies vaccine. No, I never even saw the bat. To my knowledge, it never bit me. But they say, if there's a bat in the house and the bat came back negative for rabies, I never even saw the bat. But apparently, I was in the house and there was a bat in the house. Erie asks, isn't it dangerous to stop the rabies vaccine mid-vaccine? Apparently not. I actually called and asked that same question. So no. I was afraid of that myself. I guess they're not putting rabies in your body. I was scared that I would become full-blown rabid, from the rabies vaccine. But apparently you can't. I was afraid, like, by not getting the 3rd and 4th dose of the rabies vaccine, I was going to become rabid and die. But it didn't happen, so. Somebody says, Cujo Cell, Rabid Koloski. Old Yeller. Didn't Old Yeller become rabid, too? Somebody asks me, do I think my mom holds me back from being independent because she's getting paid by the government? No, I don't think so. What does that mean, Erie? What do you mean vaccines don't work like that? Do you mean like you can't become rabid from a vaccine? Erie's a hater, man. Erie's a hater. Somebody says you can't become rabid from a vaccine. In fact, it's like the opposite. It actually, somebody says, Zen, stop calling me a literal child. I'm a man child. I'm a disabled adult child. I'm not a literal child. I'm not literally a child. I'm a man child. I've rocked back and forth for my whole life. As far back as like elementary school, I can remember. Why do you ask how long have I been rocking for? I've rocked my whole life. Like this in my chair. I don't know the Katy Perry song "She's a Man Eater." I know the Hall & Oates song "She's a Man Eater." Somebody says that's possibly a form of stimming. It's with people think I have autism. Somebody says I've been rocking and nobody diagnosed me with autism earlier. I don't know. I've still never been diagnosed with autism. Somebody says you shouldn't trust the doctors. You might have autism, Andrew. Fair enough. Maybe I have autism. Trust the YouTube comments. Don't trust the medical professionals. Do schizoaffectives rock too? Probably. Let's see if my friend messaged me yet. Somebody says, I rock because I'm very nervous and it's anxiety. That's a possibility, Terrell. Maybe it's anxiety. I was diagnosed with ADHD in my youth, so it could be ADHD too. Have I ever had a rocking chair? Not to my knowledge. So he says, I rock because I rock. Somebody says, I heard rocking is really common with schizophrenia. So maybe it's the schizoaffective. I rock and roll. I rock back and forth. Yeah, I pace a lot too. Yeah, I do a lot of walking and pacing. Yes. I definitely pace back and forth when I walk around the house. Yeah. Why? So he says it's autism. Everything is coping with autism. I don't know. Maybe Deborah. Nobody's diagnosed me as having autism, but I definitely pace too. Do I flap my hands ever? I don't think so. I don't think I do that. I bite my nails. Or I did bite my nails. They said I may have mild autism. That's still autism. Somebody says when I do the wee wah, I kind of flap my arms. This is like a group psychotherapy session, except these aren't medical professionals.
All right, guys, I think I'm going to get going. Adios, amigos and amigas. Peace out.